mean, I've been in the industry for 15 years, so what did you expect?
I guess AC, it's its own animal, but I mean, a lot of components are exactly the same. You have install, just like on the roofing side, you have your install crews, you have your salesmen, you have your service guys that run there. I mean, it's almost the same as in who goes and handles what area, but I guess a lot of the difference, I would say, for me, especially being in the office and you more handling the guys in the field, is running the internal office, where the girls in the office day to day are on that phone constantly, which I wasn't used to. You know, you're trying to book calls every single day. You have service calls coming in. That phone is ringing non-stop. And then if you don't get to the phone call, we have to make sure that we have an answering service that can pick up that call so we don't lose that customer. If it is an existing customer, we don't upset them. That was a drastic change that I never really understood how the admin side ran for an AC company and how important that really is to make this whole engine run. Because if they're not booking the calls or answering the service calls and getting them on time slots and talking with those customers, our service technicians have nothing to run for the day. So if they have nothing to run, you know, nobody's AC is being replaced, installers they don't have a job. So that upstairs was completely open an eye for me. It was just completely brand new to my world, you know, because somebody needed a roof, they just called in the office. Okay, we set up an appointment. It wasn't a must that we had to get out there, where AC, you have to get out there. We're telling you, hey, we'll be out there within a few hours, and we're giving you those time slots. It's like, okay, you want an estimate? We'll be there in 2 days for an estimate. There was no rush, no high demand. So.
Yeah, I mean, AC, obviously, you know, we need that in Florida. It's a necessity. It's not a luxury per se, right? For me, to piggyback off of that, you know, some of the same things. Again, I'd been in the industry for a long time in different levels of in the field type of work, from helper to lead installer, service, sales. But obviously, when we went into business, you know, the management of people was a big learning curve, if you will. You know, different personalities, different scenarios, different types of things that people have going on in their life. So learning how to cope and deal with that and keep the engine running. Again, like Chris said, the admin stuff, that was the one area probably in the industry that I didn't work in. So learning that aspect, learning how important it is, because, you know, we're a team, but a lot of times the ladies in the office are, you know, they're the first introduction to these customers. So realizing how important that is, their role, to then being able to turn it over to a service or sales technician, and then they can roll it over to the install crew. So some of that, you know, the logistics of everything, ordering, making sure we have the proper things and necessities, parts that are needed. So there was a growing curve that maybe I was naive to when we started, and, you know, but we kind of figured it out as we went, and now it's been a nice flowing ebb and flow of the process.
Before you said it, you just finish it up with the process. I think that is one key thing that we focused on, is having processes in place. Because if you don't have them in place, the machine is out of control. So the guys know exactly how to fill out certain forms, what needs to be on the documents, how they need to be handed in. Girls, when they take a call, these are the exact questions that need to be asked. That way we're getting enough information to give to the guys in the field. The guys in the field are getting enough information on their forms to give to the installers, where there's not going, hey, well, we don't have this, or why wasn't this done? Everything is put in place. And, you know, a lot of those processes were educated to us. We didn't come up with them on our own. We actually are part of a mentoring group based out of Sarasota called Prexis S10, and they helped us build a lot of this, and we're still doing it to this day. There's new stuff that we're implementing, because as we grow, It's completely different when you have 2 technicians, then now we have, 6 technicians or 3 install crews, where maybe you only needed a couple of those processes to get started, and now you have to keep adding more as you grow and the bigger you get. Like I said, the machine is not out of control. Things are in order, and it makes complete sense.
Complete sense to you, at least.
Well, whatever.